Many predicted a baby boom. Couples spent time at home and the obvious was meant to happen. But it turned out to be a baby bust because fears of a virus, financial stress and pressure are hardly aphrodisiacs. Just ask Minnie. She married her husband, a pilot, in 2018. They would start a family. She always dreamt of 3 kids just like her mom, but the pandemic changed everything, delaying, perhaps even giving up on her dreams of having children. Her husband has not worked for a year as planes remain grounded. And at 31 years old, she is aware her biological clock is ticking.
ถ้าไม่มีโควิด
If it wasn't for COVID-19, I think I'd have had a baby this year. But my husband is out of work and we have to think about our loans, debts, and mortgage. We need to reconsider if we're actually ready to start a family.
Minnie's individual circumstances may be unique, but the sentiment is not. Last year, Thailand recorded its lowest birth rate in its history, dropping below 600,000 infant births for the first time. This has brought the total fertility rate down to 1.51, well below the World Health Organization's recommendation of 2.1.
I believe that we're like the second fastest in the world in terms of declining birth rates, meaning that in just a few years, we will see a shrinkage in the working age population, and we will see a doubling of the elderly population. So, I mean, that would definitely be an impact for the economy.
Ironically, it's the economy that's causing much of the drop. In January, it was estimated that the pandemic forced about 1.5 million Thais into poverty. The number of poor people was expected to increase from 3.7 million in 2019 to 5.2 million in 2020. And then there's the political uncertainty that has long embroiled the country. The thought of bringing up a child in modern Thailand in such instability is another deterrent.
At the current rate, by the turn of the century, Thailand's population could reduce by more than 1/3 from the almost 70 million it stands at today. What a steep decline in birth rates means for Thailand is not immediately obvious in the short term, but it could take a generation or two to see the devastating impact.
Once we go past beyond a certain point, it will be impossible to reverse. What we could do is to prolong the process so that we have enough time to prepare.
Thailand is facing a demographic time bomb. And for people like Minnie, a lost year could mean the difference between conceiving a longed-for baby or not. It's a battle against time, and it's time neither can afford to lose. Dusita Saokaew, CGTN, Bangkok, Thailand.